Wúrà fàdákà àwa là ń ṣeré o. Wúrà fàdákà àwa là ń ṣeré o. And there it is. One man gathered. One man went to mow. The eagle has landed.
Water, only water, where they see ma. Water, 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 water. Only water, where they see ma. Hapa o naido. Hapa o naido. Hapa you don't come o. Hapa o naido. Oro kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù yé o. Ilé sọ́díyà kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù ré o. Bobby master kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù ré o. Chief Wike kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù ré o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹlẹ́mù dé. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ẹlẹ́mù dòdò jàre o. Eruku lẹ̀lẹ̀ Ghana ti dé ẹgbẹ́ bọ́dì o. Ọmọ ẹlẹ́yẹ ẹ̀yẹ o ó dìlé o. Odúyẹ̀lá ẹ̀yẹ o ó dìlé o. Petro Sodame ẹ̀yẹ o ó dìlé o. Petro Sodunke ẹ̀yẹ rẹ̀ ó dìlé o. Ẹlẹ́kọ̀ ọ̀run mú ìní o. Àkùkọ ọ̀run mẹ́kọ̀. Ikú kò ní rí wa gbéṣe o.
And there we are, ugly rumor, Igu Koniriwa Agbeshe, and so say all of us, a powerful, potent prayer by the Kegites. So, Igu Koniriwa Agbeshe, as guys, I bring you this. Let me actually bring you it from this. Let's start it from here. Okay, so let's start it from here. Buhari rejects electoral amendment bill, says parties must determine mode of primaries. So it is that primary space that really is going to open up data portal that charts towards a free and fair election within the Nigerian space. Because, of course, you have to understand what is in contention here. This sort of system that they use to choose candidates at the moment in Nigerian elections is via a delegate system, which is just a group of people just deciding on who gets to run for what. But this electoral bill now looks to open up that space and make it more democratic, so the entirety of the party gets to decide who runs for what. So exactly the exact spirit of open democracy, free and fair election. But then, of course, this is anatomic to the Fulani being. Buhari rejects it, of course, as is predictable. Buhari rejects electoral amendment bill, says party must determine mode of primaries. So there it is, right there. Aboki strikes again. Aboki strikes again. Buhari, why I cannot assent to electoral amendment bill? So he doubles down on his ignorance. But what happens next? Why National Assembly? Hold on. Okay, let me go to this one first. So what happens next? Electoral bill, Senate goes into closed door meeting. So they are trying to formulate a reaction to it. And then it lands on this. Why National Assembly cannot veto Buhari on electoral amendment bill? So Wike rounds it all off, but the sum total of it is that back to square one, as you were, ballot snatching, vote rigging, and thuggery. the Fulani way. So he retains it within the Fulani understanding of democracy and the Fulani understanding of governance, corruption, poor governance, insecurity, ruining Nigeria. So this is Buratai speaking. They just recently departed chief of army staff. So he said insecurity uh, He's saying insecurity is ruining Nigeria. But then, of course, he had the chance to do that when his father's best friend, Buhari, put him as head of the army for 5 years solid. Nothing came out of it except, of course, reports of this guy buying estates in Dubai. So the penny finally drops at the 11th hour after the horse has bolted. Corruption, poor governance, insecurity, ruining Nigeria, Buratai, once upon a time an army chief, now a purported diplomat, speaks to the space. So there it is. And this now will land on federal government restores Emirates flight schedule. So a lot of you will recall, of course, that we spent a lot of time in that space discussing the to and fro, the back and forth, the spat between Nigeria and the Arabs in the UAE. So they blinked first after taking their beating from Nigeria. So Nigeria now shifts its sword and reinstates their complement of flights to Nigeria. So all of that on the menu. So kick back, lean back, relax, and take it easy. And let's come in via now what's the traditional quarters, the eastern quarters, and another Python dance.
Do I pop? O Mary Wonizu Woniroya Abakare Mama Dawora Kula Pori Mary Nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Kula Pori Mary Nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapori meri nande bu onye du aimo o meri wonelizu biro ya abakare mamanda ora unapori meri nande win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapoli meri Nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapoli meri Nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapoli meri Nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapoli meri Nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapoli meri Nandi win the war. Python dance 1, Python dance 2, now Python dance 3. Unapoli meri Nandi.
And there we are. Nnamdi wins the war. Python dance, Python dance. Nnamdi wins the war. Python dance, Python dance. Nnamdi wins the war as he continues to take residence at Cell Block H, DSS headquarters, Abuja. As guys, I bring you this. Buhari rejects electoral amendment bill, says party must determine mode of our primaries. President Muhammadu Buhari has rejected hold on. President Muhammadu Buhari has refused assent to the electoral amendment bill, citing direct primary clause. Let's take that again. Third time lucky. President Muhammadu Buhari has refused assent to the electoral amendment bill, citing direct primary clause in the bill as one of the reasons for its rejection. In a letter to the Senate President Ahmed Lawan, correspondents reported on Monday night how Mr. Buhari cited high cost of conducting direct primaries, the security challenges of monitoring the election, violation of citizen rights, and marginalization of small political parties. This be clear. Let's take that entirely all over again. President Muhammadu Buhari has refused assent to the Electoral Amendment Bill, citing direct primaries clause in the bill as one of the reasons for its rejection. In a letter to Senate President Ahmed Lawan, correspondents reported on Monday night how Mr. Buhari cited high cost of conducting direct primaries, the security challenges of monitoring the election, violation of citizen rights, and marginalization of small political parties. This becomes the second time the president is refusing assent to electoral amendment bill following the first incident before the 2019 election. Femi Adesina, the special advisor on media to Mr. President, had once said the electoral reform was not important for election to be fair under Buhari's regime. So his reputation as somebody who wants to live clean elections for Nigeria has already been made. Whether the Electoral Act is signed or not, it doesn't distract from that reputation, Mr. Adesina argued. So there it is right there. Free and fair elections in Nigeria. You can whistle in the wind, says Aboki from Daura. Buhari, why I cannot assent Electoral Act Amendment Bill? The news that President Muhammadu Buhari has withheld his assent to the Electoral Amendment Bill 2021 in line with the provisions of Section 58(1) and 4 of the 1999 Constitution as amended has been greeted with outrage, especially amongst civil society organizations and the opposition People's Democratic Party (PDP). However, the president was explicit on his reasons for refusing to sign the bill in his letter to the National Assembly. The president anchored his refusal on the inclusion of direct primaries as the only mode of election of candidates by the political parties in the bill. In the letter titled Withholding of Assent to Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2021, the president said he decided to reject bill based the president said he rejected to reject. The president said he decided to reject bill based informed advice he received from relevant ministries, departments, and agencies of government, and have also carefully reviewed the bill in light of current realities prevalent in the Federal Republic of Nigeria in the circumstances. The president said the preponderance of advice he received was that he should reject the bill. In rejecting the bill, the political parties should be allowed to choose either direct or indirect primaries to adopt in the conduct of their primary elections as their respective realities might permit. But the president also pointed out that direct primary will not be the philosopher's stone for the transformation of the Nigerian electoral process, contrary to the argument of its supporters. He also added that the cost of conducting direct primaries will be costly with security implications, the president said. The Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2021 seeks to amend certain provisions of the extant Electoral Act 2010. Part of the objective of the bill is the amendment of the present Section 87 of the Electoral Act 2010 to delete the provision for the conduct of indirect primaries in the nomination of party candidates, such that party candidates can henceforth only emerge through direct primaries. The conduct of direct primaries across 8,809 wards across the length and breadth of the country would lead to a significant spike in the cost of conducting primary elections by parties as well as increase in the cost of monitoring such election by INEC, who has to deploy monitors across these wards each time a party is to conduct direct primaries for presidential, gubernatorial, and legislative posts. The addition of this cost with the already huge cost of conducting general elections will inevitably lead to huge financial burden on both the political parties, INEC, and the economy in general at a time of dwindling revenue. He also added that, contrary to arguments of its supporters, direct primary will encourage monetization and would constitute further strain on the economy. The president added that smaller parties may not be able to muster resources required to mobilize all party members for the primaries. In addition to increased cost identified above, conducting and monitoring primary elections across 8,809 wards will pose huge security challenges as the security agencies will also be overstretched. Direct primaries will be open to participation from all and sundry, and such a large turnout without effective security coordination will also engender intimidation and disruption, thereby raising credibility issues for the actions for the outcomes of such elections. The amendment as proposed is a violation of the underlying spirit of democracy, which is characterized by freedom of choice. Political party membership is a voluntary exercise of the constitutional rights to freedom of association. Several millions of Nigerians are not card-carrying members of any political party. Thus, the emphasis should be on enabling qualified Nigerians to vote for the candidate of their choice during the general election as a means of participation in governance and furtherance of the concept of universal adult suffrage and universal franchise. The president added that signing the bill into law may lead to a plethora of litigations based on diverse grounds and issues of law, including but not limited to the fact that the proposed amendment cannot work in retrospect, given that the existing constitution of the parties already registered with the Independent National Electoral Commission permits direct, indirect, and consensus primaries. This real possibility will, without doubt, truncate the electoral program of the nation as another electoral exercise is imminent towards a change of government in 2023. So on and on it goes. It's too labored, so I'm not going to labor through it, but the upshot of it is that it's hinging it on the primaries. So there it is right there. Buhari cancels democracy in Nigeria. Free and fair election, forget it, anthemic to the Fulani being. Electoral bill, Senate goes into closed door session. The Senate on Tuesday went into a closed door session to take a position on President Muhammadu Buhari's refusal to assent the Electoral Act Amendment Bill. Senate President Ahmed Lawan arrived the chambers, took the opening prayers at 10:42 a.m. and announced that the upper chambers would go into a closed session. It was observed that only a handful of senators were at the chambers before the closed session commenced. It is believed that the lawmakers will discuss the rejection of the bill and take a position on whether to allow sleeping dogs lie or recall the bill and pass it with a two-third majority. So that's just a nonsense, of course. I don't know why he's doing it. We all know that Ahmed Lawan is a yes boy and a lapdog to Mallam Buhari, so there's no chance of them forcing the bill through. Buhari rules by fiat, and this guy, of course, he's the lapdog, collecting his dollars and keeping his own counsel. Why I didn't sign electoral amendment bill into law, Buhari. So I think this may well be what we just labored through just a moment ago. Yes, it is certainly what we just labored through just a moment ago. Why National Assembly can't veto Buhari on Electoral Act Amendment Bill? So Wike speaks. Governor of Rivers State Yemsen Wike says the National Assembly lacks the temerity to veto President Muhammadu Buhari's refusal to sign the Electoral Act Amendment Bill because it is part of the All Progressive Congress APC scheme to deny Nigerians free, fair, and transparent election in 2023. He said the only way for Nigerians not to repeat the 2015 and 19 mistakes of voting the PDP-led federal government into power is to send them packing in 2023. Wike made the assertion at the flag-off of Chokocho Igbodo Road that was performed by Governor Seyi Makinde of Oyo State on Monday in Eche local government area. The Rivers State governor recalled how most people did not believe him when he raised concerns that President Buhari will not sign the electoral amendment bill into law to give legal impetus to electronic transmission of election results. 3 weeks ago, I told Nigerians that there is a conspiracy not to have a free, fair, transparent election in 2023, and that conspiracy was very clear. I also told Nigerians Mr. President will not sign the electoral amendment bill. Governor Wike stated that having known the modus operandi, style, and strategy of the APC, it was obvious to him and all discerning minds that the clause on direct primaries was inserted into the electoral bill as a ploy by the president to refuse assent to the bill. According to him, the APC members are afraid that if results are transmitted electronically, they would not survive the 2023 general election. What APC resolved in the meeting they had was that their problem is not necessarily direct primaries, but the electronic transmission of results in 2023. If they allow that, obviously APC will lose the election in 2023, and they told themselves that the only way we can survive that is to include the direct primaries in the bill so that Mr. President can use that as an excuse that he will not sign the bill. He accused APC governors and their National Assembly members of deceiving Nigerians that they were engaged in battle of supremacy over the issue of direct primaries, whereas they had secretly agreed to scuttle the possibility of transmitting election results electronically in 2023. Mr. Wike said, unfortunately, the National Assembly do not have what it takes to veto the president's refusal to assent the bill. According to him, they, lawmakers, are not interested in protecting the interest of Nigerians and ensure that elections are free and fair with electronic transmission of election results. Unfortunately, you don't have a National Assembly that has what it takes, that will stand for the people, that will say, look, we were elected by the people and we want to give the people the best. Nobody in the National Assembly, not even the leadership, can have what it takes to say to Mr. President, for the interest of Nigerians, we're going to veto your refusal. The government maintains that because APC do not consider the interest of Nigerians as priority, its leaders are immersed in crisis jostling for benefits that fan their personal ego. The governor said, the People's Democratic Party PDP is different because it is waxing stronger as a true political party and working every day in improving socio-economic conditions of the people in PDP-controlled states. Speaking at the road launch, Governor Wike said even if the federal government had refused to fix the roads for years, he is available to solve the problem. So he then goes on to speak about his road project, but essentially that is Wike's response to that space. The government, the National Assembly rather, they lack the cojones to veto the Aboki from Daura. Corruption, poor governance, insecurity ruining Nigeria. Who's saying this? The person that was erstwhile just a minute ago in charge of security in Nigeria. Nigeria's ambassador to Benin Republic, to Buratai, says poor governance, corruption, and insecurity, particularly widespread violence under President Muhammadu Buhari's regime, undermine the country's development. Corruption, insecurity due to terrorism and banditry, inadequate infrastructure, issues in governance, and an inept educational system are all systematic flaws, Mr. Buratai pointed out. With every amount of commitment made to research and training, as well as strong national orientation, one may be confident that we, as a people and a nation, are on the right track. The ex-chief of army staff stated this at the groundbreaking and fundraising for Tukar Buratai Research Center at Gora in Nasarawa. Mr. Buratai said the TBRC will collaborate with Nasarawa State University Kefi in strategic studies, peace and conflict studies, and leadership for development. One may want to know why a retired general come diplomat would decide to collaborate with the university to set up a think tank like TBRC, Mr. Buratai said. Since this is a straight question, I will respond with an answer that is precise and straight to the point. My simple philosophy about life is to continue to live a life of value by improving on the system that we have. He reasoned further. As someone from the military, I reckoned the best way for me and my associates to add value to our society and make our country better and stronger is through a think tank like TBRC. Mr. Buratai also stated that Nigeria had the potential for greatness, but there were insufficient capability to transfer the potential into socio-economic benefits for the people. According to him, inadequate research and development implementation in Nigeria create a massive void in the nation's progress. When properly focused, research and training institutes are established. When properly focused research and training institutes are established, innovation and development become a natural progress activity that benefits the nation. So on and on it goes, eulogizing and patting himself on the back. So finally, we land on this. Federal government restores Emirates flight schedule. Federal government restores Emirates flight schedule. The federal government has reinstated Emirates Airlines daily schedule to Nigeria. This was contained in a letter signed by Musa Nuhu, Director General Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA), addressed to the country's manager, Emirates Airline. Nuhu stated that following the further consultation with various stakeholders and the letter from Dubai CAA with reference number blah 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 dated 17th of December 2021 offering Air Peace Airline daily slots to Dubai airports, I wish to inform you the reinstatement of the ministerial approval of Emirates Airline winter schedule. He noted that the approval was based on compliance with the Dubai Travel Protocol as released by Dubai Airport on Friday, the 26th of November 2021, as it affects travelers traveling from Nigeria to the UAE. It will be recalled that Hidi Sirika, the Minister of Aviation, and Musa Nuhu, the Director General of the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority restricted Emirates to just one weekly flight to Abuja after discussions broke down over restrictions of Nigerian flag carrier Air Peace to just one flight to Sharjah by the UAE. In response, Emirates withdrew flight services to Nigeria in what led to a diplomatic row between the two countries. So there it is, and there it is. So, Exiro, I see you. How you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm well. Are you banging away at work as usual? Let me
Yes, I'm
quickly
banging away.
let me quickly acknowledge Alexander Super Chat before I come to you. Season's greetings to
Okay.
everyone watching the platform presently. Alexander wishes everybody well via Super Chat. Season's greetings to you too, Alexander Gomez. So to you then, X0. So it looks as though peace now restored in our times. Nigeria, they removed the restrictions on Dubai Airlines, Emirates Airlines, because of course they've now opened up their portal to Nigeria. So what are you making of that? Peace in our
Yeah,
times.
sometimes when the story broke that they were not allowing Nigeria to use up their own quota of the arrangement. Because I was thinking that maybe they're doing this because the airline that chose to use that quota is not the Nigerian air. Oh, how like it is? We used to have a Nigerian Airways, but now we have Air Peace operated by a private individual. I was thinking, could that be the reason why these guys are trying to be, you know, discriminatory? So I don't know what would have given them that impetus because they themselves are not a country that, you know, flouts international laws like that. Like when it comes to arrangement, bilateral agreement.
You mean
So it still
Dubai?
leaves me, yes, it still leaves me pondering why they were initially
Well,
uh,
ponder
not.
no more. Ponder no more. It is greed. It is greed.
Mm,
The Nigerian
but
route is one of the most lucrative routes for
of
that
course, of
airline.
course,
You know,
of course, of
they are
course.
flying. Imagine this, Xero, they are flying 21 times in a week to
Hmm,
Nigeria, looking to increase
hmm,
it to 23. So that tells you how much money there is. And they charge
yes,
whatever they like, and Nigerians will pay because you know what Nigerians are like. So they're just
yes,
milking it hand over fist. But they're not
yes,
willing to share even one crumble of that with the
yes,
Nigerian
of
space
course.
because if airplane starts to fly, then that takes away from their traffic. So it's
Of
just
course.
greed. It's just money. This is just it's a business
That's
move.
very wicked.
Mm.
That's a very wicked, selfish, way of doing things. But we thank God that they have allowed us to do to at least, when you look at the arrangement, it's still we're still at the receiving end. I think they
No,
gave us
well,
6 or 7 slots,
no, they
and they
gave
have
us
like
seven
20 slots.
slots. And they have about 21, 23. But they gave
Can
us
you
to our
imagine?
capacity now. Airpeace doesn't have the capacity of
But
Emirates, you know.
anyways, well,
But
we will
what are you
get there.
making of it then? A Fulani government defending an Igbo business. Where is the marginalization now that you people drum beat about all the time?
I know you are going to. I know you are going to go there.
It
I
is
know you
there
are going
now,
to
so
go
we
there.
have to go
See,
look at that.
don't
Say, oh
apologize for
yeah,
the job.
I want to hear you say, Baba. Oh yeah, say,
No,
Baba. No. I was gone now. I don't know. Credit where credit is due now. Except
Uma,
say, oh yeah, say,
Uma, you are
Baba.
not good though.
Come on
See,
now. Oh
one
yeah,
man,
you can
one
do
man,
it.
one
Say,
man. Let me tell
Baba.
you
Say,
something. Let me
Baba.
tell you
Uma
something.
is a
Eh,
necessity.
Let
It's a
eh,
necessity.
let me tell you something, one man. Let me tell you
mm,
something you should understand.
mm,
The Igbo man is the essence of Nigeria.
mm.
Nigeria is Igbo. Igbo is Nigeria. You see,
Oh, all
when
right.
you talk about what the no, I'm telling you for a fact. When you
Mm,
talk about what the country gave to the average northerner on a platter of gold,
mm.
it's just too much. When you talk about what the country gave to the Yoruba man on a platter of gold, and then when you talk about when you want to talk about what the country gave to Igbo man, you start telling the Igbo man, you see, you can use your acumen to make money in this country. I mean, it is only when it comes to the Igbo man that you all say, the Igbo man is gifted.
These are God's given gifts. What did the country give to the Igbo man? The Igbo man is the man that came with nothing, built a business, and then you all say the Igbo man is great in this and that. These are personal attributes. What as a nation has the Igbo man been given?
Do you know who John F. Kennedy is, Xero?
No, but I don't want to hear that story now. I want to. There are things that a citizen can do.
Hold on now. I'm going somewhere. Do you know who John F. Kennedy is?
Yes, of course.
Do you know his most famous quote?
And what's that?
Oh, okay, you don't. You do.
You want to say, think not what you can do for
there you are.
Do for you.
So
I thought that was George Washington, or was it John Kennedy?
That was JFK. Think not what you can do, what your country can do for you. Think what you can do for your country.
Okay,
but the country is doing a lot for other people.
Yes, but the country can give the seaport.
But they cannot do to other particular section of the distance.
And the country can build, but the country can build a refinery where there's no sea, and build an air force base where a navy base where there's no water.
A navy base where there is no sea.
All right, we don't want to do Igbo belly aching today.
But you know what? When you come to it, when you look at what the country has given to everybody, it is only when it comes to the Igbo man that you say, but God has blessed you with ingenuity. That is his brain you're talking about. So are we accepting that the Igbo man is a great thinker, is a better human? Why don't we just do things the proper way? This country is a country that sits on unresolved issues, inconclusive arrangements. We're not ready for the real discussions. We always use for one excuse or the other. But thank God, because the Igbo man is the true spirit of can do. He goes everywhere. He's the reason why there's a flight from Nigeria to Dubai. If you go to India, the Igbo man is the reason why there's a flight from Nigeria to India. Think about how many Yorubas are in India. How many Hausas are abroad?
Do you really want us to go to India? We get the news all the time.
I'm saying, if you want to,
do in India?
But I'm saying by virtue of the Igbo man's situation in life, he has become an economic value. Anywhere in the world that there's a flight from Nigeria,
I was wanting to leave the
Igbo man is 70%. No, but it's the truth. So I can see. I'm even suspecting that it's because this man is an Igbo man. That is why Dubai were forced, refusing to allow.
What would the Dubaians have with what issue would they have with an Igbo man?
I'm beginning to see why Nigeria is fighting to start an airline with just a logo. I'm beginning to see the reason, because they don't want the Igbo man to enjoy what he has worked for. This man worked hard, started an airline. No, it's the truth. Remember when this man helped people from South Africa?
You have issues
free of charge.
You have issues.
No. I'm telling you the truth. I'm just telling you something. I'm just telling you to make you see something. This
the
man
whole country backed this guy. Hold on. The whole country backed this guy. We went to war with one of our most closest allies on the global scene, all because of this one man's business, and you are still saying it's a conspiracy against him.
No, don't get it wrong. I'm not saying there's a conspiracy. I'm just saying. Well, let me land now. I'm just saying that this man deserves it. He worked hard and got an airline that is viable.
Right.
So there's no stories. If there's a Nigerian Airways, that would have been the airways that compete, that goes there and negotiate. But there was no Nigerian Airways. This man single-handedly built something big.
Yes.
So there's no way you can say he doesn't deserve it. He's a Nigerian. He's not a Nigerian.
No, he does deserve it.
Period.
And Nigeria are right to back him, but it doesn't chime with the victim playing that we hear from the East.
No, there's no victim playing, because
this runs contrary to victim playing, but
there's no victim playing, because I'm trying to run this as against when he sent an airplane to South Africa to pick stranded Nigerians. All of a sudden, after that, Nigeria and his cohorts, they just try to bring out this man's some dirty things about this man. Oh, just immediately, like somebody was against him for doing something good for Nigerians.
Wama, please, can I come in?
Yes.
Yes, come in, please, Dan, because I don't know where Xero is going.
I'm telling you, this guy, the way you are reasoning, he far from you. May I not lie for you? Seriously, well, well, my bro, one thing you need to realize is that Airpeace, we are happy that Airpeace is from Nigeria. Let's assume, say, it's a Nigerian person that owns Airpeace. That is true. We are happy for it. But the way you are thinking, talking now, right now, is not really Airpeace issue, because you know why? Airpeace was established even the Jonathan regime. Jonathan never give it soft landing the way Buhari. Let's give kudos to people who they deserve more better. Like the way that Buhari give more, even the Airpeace. I always follow the this Oyema, the owner of Airpeace. He always give kudos to Buhari. Buhari really, even he said Buhari government really do a wonderful things to him. When he was there, he was only local. But now Buhari government give his slot to fly out of Nigeria. It's Buhari that give you those slots. So huge. Yes, I might have problem with Buhari, but in this aspect, Buhari was the best thing that ever happened to Airpeace. What are you saying, my brother? You should be
at the very least, I was expecting a grudging well done, like even through clenched teeth, but still say Baba. But now
you understand. But I know I don't like Buhari. I don't like his some
we
of
all hate him now. But you know, if it's done well, then it's done well now.
There is a point. There's a point I'm trying to make. Listen, please. There's a point I'm trying to make. Hold on, please. Will you come, please? Let me just land, please. There's a point I'm trying to make, and the point is this: that it is not about the man. It is not about his business, but it is about due process. That a man's ethnic leaning should not have anything to do with Nigeria coming out for you. There are apart from this man, there are several Nigerians who are caught up in one charge or the other that Nigerian diplomacy does not even deem fit to listen to all across the world. That's what I'm saying. That we should be more alive. We should not just want this one. We should not be thanking Buhari for doing what he's supposed to do.
Yeah,
we are the ones that put the government
in. Exiro, by the subsisting narrative in Nigeria, then you'd expect Buhari to do the opposite. The Arabs and the Dubaians, they are more akin to Buhari than the Igbo person. They are of the same mindset, they are of the same religion, they are of the same worldview, they are of the same space. The Dubaians and Buhari, they are of the same type. But the Igbos, they are complete opposite to what Buhari is in totality.
Of course.
So he is now backing an Igbo business against people who are very akin to his world.
But you know why? That's why I said.
Because he wants to. So it doesn't go with the. So I was expecting a grudging. I was expecting a grudging say Baba. You cannot think, I want to hear say Baba from you. Give me say
I will not
Baba.
Because that is my government. Just let me just finish it out. So the reason why I said that, that's why I said initially that Nigeria is not ready to discuss the real issues. And the real issues is that any government whatsoever that is in power in Nigeria is our servant. It's like we say, okay, go and help us with this. Because we are paying you. If you cannot do it,
but he has served you well. Period. So why can't you? I will not say
thank you to somebody I employed to and I'm paying. He should get out of there if he's not ready.
You won't say well done to your employee.
I will not. I will not.
This man is failing us.
I will not. I will say well done to my employee.
Have you managed?
I will say well done to an employee. But I will not, with what I've seen so far, I will not say thank you to somebody I put there and it's performing less than. Okay. You know how many businesses are suffering?
Okay, but in this instance, has he done well? In this instance,
I will not say he has done well. I will just say the due process has taken place, and we expect the due process.
Do you know that Airpeace was only after about 2 or 3 flights, and that was even to Sharjah. But what they got at the end of it was 7 to Dubai. Has it done well?
I will pose a question. I will pose a question to you. I will pose another question to you. I will pose a question to you so that you can understand. I will pose a question to you so you can understand. Do you know that Nigerians are entitled? Please, I'm coming. Do you know that Nigerians are entitled to so many other privileges than they are currently receiving? In fact, they are receiving no privilege.
So all of that still outstanding. But in this instance, has it done well?
That's what I said. It is the due process. It is due process.
Yes,
you
wanted 3, he got you 4. They wanted to put you in Sharjah. He moved you to Dubai. He fought the Arabs to a standstill and broke their back for you, and he has not done well. He has not done well.
This is not how it is.
Fear God now. Fear God.
If you want to put things properly,
One man, let me come in. Just permit me. Let me come in.
We deserve more than this. Do you even know that in Heathrow, when you want to travel in Heathrow, they put Nigeria?
One man, I'm back.
Nigerians in one place.
You know, I was
Do you
going
know
to
that
come
there's a
after.
shabby treatment?
Hold on. Let's acknowledge Bia.
I'm back. Stand up, please. And make sure you behave yourself, otherwise I'm
Bia,
going
if you had not turned up today, I was making my mind up that I'm going to come after you today. If you had not come, I will come and
I've been
harass
watching you beat my brothers, and I'm like, let them have it. But when I come, you pack, man.
Yes, it's a gang up, isn't it? You guys versus me and Dan. It's only me and Dan that is holding down.
No. It's the fact that you are putting at us, not
did you travel before?
No, I've been busy.
But I traveled before because it's been a while. I never heard it was there. I thought maybe one man drove you away.
Oh no, why would I drive her away? What do you think? I don't drive people.
Because you always attack her. You know the letter talk for inside this CD.
Yeah, and one man be Taliban and America.
No.
One man can't drive me away. Me, I have medicine for one man.
It's a
of course, I know.
Yeah,
I know that you are the only one that always attack one man.
And they will have a heart attack.
You know, Bia, you know, Bia is the first citizen of this platform. She's even above Ajani
one man.
But
one man starts. Even Alexander and Janle Koko, they pack one side. They don't even interfere because they know.
You know now. So give us the say, Baba, then next so we can move on.
No, I can't. I can't.
You see, one man. One man. You see,
I'm somewhat disappointed. You know, X0.
No. I won't say something that you know. Me and you know that people are deserving more than that.
No, they are deserving more, but in this particular issue, on this particular instance, they have done well and they have exceeded what started off. So you can say well done for this instance and still hold them to account for other atrocities.
If I don't say well done, it doesn't mean that Nigeria will not move forward. There's room for improvement.
You see, for your own credibility, you are asking for good practices. You've seen it now. So acknowledge it and then criticize what is still outstanding. So I'm still
very suspicious. I'm still very suspicious of everything that happens. Until I get the full story. Because I still think there's something. Yeah, I'm still suspicious of everything. I need to know how.
That's sure. Let me come in here.
Yes.
You see, one man. You see, what I beg you, what I'm trying to say here now is this. I hope the world and so many people are interested in what we are discussing here. You see, you don't build a nation, a vibrant nation, on one individual. Let's say a president. No. What happens if the president is not there tomorrow? What happens if what he did today? What he did today, and the next person that will come tomorrow and say, no, I don't want this to happen, and they have a vested interest in a different thing, not what this president. Obama came to Ghana here and told us that we don't need strong men. You need strong structures. Strong structures is what I'm expecting Buhari to build. If he does that, most of this won't happen. Sign electoral bill. He has refused to sign it.
Hold on. We have not gotten to the electoral bill yet.
Exactly.
Hold on. Is this not the structure working now?
No. I see a strong man taking a strong step on a very sensible issue that concerns international relations. That is what I see.
A strong man or a strong nation?
And no, a strong man. That is what I see. They are not a strong nation.
It wasn't Buhari's portfolio. It was the Ministry of Aviation.
He has influence over what is going on. What I am telling you is that
president has every influence, but it was the Ministry of Aviation's portfolio had this.
They will raise. Do you remember a time ago? They will raise. Let's say alarm or some certain things that will prompt the president to intervene. And that executive order there is what gave that. What I'm saying in essence
No, there was no executive or it was due process. There was a bilateral agreement between. No. There was a bilateral agreement between Nigeria and the UAE, which is a signed and binding legal document.
And it was abridged.
Yes, they wanted to default it, and Nigeria stood its ground, and they punished them. They used their weight to break their
what
back.
I'm saying, what I'm saying in essence is this: what happens if Buhari is not there tomorrow?
No, it's not Buhari. It's the process. But if Buhari is not there, the process will still follow through. It's a process. It's a satellite department within a federating state carrying out the due process as required. It was just a process.
What is the due process here? The due process that Nigerians are being maltreated all over the world, and
no, that's a different story. We are talking about airpace and Dubai.
Is it not the same due process that you're talking about? International due process that you're talking about?
Hold on.
What is your international relationship and the principles with all these nations?
I know you like to pivot and then do that thing, but don't pivot. We're talking about something specific. We're talking specifically about.
I have my opinion to give.
One man, don't massage Buhari's ego.
No. Vin, please. One man, please. Can I say something?
Yes, Dan.
Yeah, Vin, what you are saying here now is quite complicated, and this is not related to what we are discussing now, because you know why. Let me give you some reasons. Because right now, we all know that Nigeria they are persecuted, all Nigeria, every country. In fact, like here in Germany now, let me make example for you here in Germany. You know that Nigeria don't have consistent law. This is what you need to understand. Every government
that foreign policy, yes. Foreign policy, yes.
Not only foreign policy, even Nigeria, even home-based laws, they are not working, because whenever government come, it will change it so the way you want to rule the country. These are the problems that we are having.
You don't need strong man. What we are seeing now is strong man acting, not due process. You need strong structures and strong foreign policies to protect your people and things like this.
Exactly, Vin. This is what I'm trying to tell you now. This is why the Banjol is always talking about restructure. These are the restructure we are talking about. Because if they should restructure Nigeria, Nigeria should have, they should know where they are going. Even when maybe the Buhari government left the power, then when it stopped, the next government, even if it was PDP or APC, we continue from there. Nigeria don't do that. That is the problem we are having. You understand? Like in Germany, yeah, they already made the plan already. Even it was APC or PDP or ABGA, anyone that came, he know the law, he know the place to follow. You understand? These are the problems Nigeria are having. This one is not only Buhari. This is since 1999. This is always the Nigeria problem. So you don't need to blame it on Buhari.
You've taken it in a totally different direction. It was just the airpace, but to what you are saying, Dan, Nigeria does have a roadmap. Nigeria does. It has a universal roadmap. So by universal, I mean irrespective of whichever party is in situation, the country has a roadmap. So how we are progressing that roadmap is a different question, and it depends on the person that is in play. So that is the thing. But Nigeria has a roadmap. But
should I ask you something?
Go on.
Okay, if you say Nigeria have a roadmap, why is it that even the governors, let's forget about the president, even the governor, when a PDP governor, maybe he started project like roads, sometimes when the APC come, because it's PDP agenda, they will not like to continue that program. They will abandon it. Do you know that there is a lot of abandoned projects in Nigeria? These are the problem, because they don't have future. They don't have. Everybody is thinking that it's only my party, because when it's only Buhari that at least I see that he have that a little sense of belonging when he see that Jonathan most of the railway that is completed, Jonathan started them, but he completed this Abuja Kaduna railway. Most of the project that he completed, it was Jonathan regime. But it was when the previous government, they don't do that. When you just start the program, they will abandon the program. Do you know how many projects in Nigeria? There's more than 3,000 projects in Nigeria.
3,000 plus, yes.
You know, because they don't have plan.
They do have a plan. You see, all those abandoned projects, they are part of the plan, but you have to understand that Nigeria is a very complex system. Let's say, for instance, from your area, let's say it is Auchi that is ruling today, and they are building part of the plan for the greater Edo state in their Auchi area. Now, let's say it's an Ishekiri man that comes in next, and then he then abandons that to go and start his own Ishekiri project. So that's not to say there's no plan, but there's no follow through.
There is no consequences for those things. That is why it keeps repeating. There are no consequences. If most of places, most developed places, there are consequences for it.
Look, what are you talking about? I can't quite recall the country. They built a whole brand new airport and they abandoned it. They abandoned projects all over the world, you know, so it's not unique or peculiar to Nigeria. But let's get back to X0, who is patiently waiting to take it on again.
Yes,
so
I'm here with you.
Buhari refuses to sign the electoral bill. He's hinging his refusal on the direct primaries clause, but the pearl in the piece is the electronic transmission of voting. So open tickets, you know, for rigging again 2023, just as they did in 2019. He refused it in 2019 so he could rig himself back in, and is refusing it for 2023 so he can rig in Tinubu to replace himself.
Yeah. And that's the same man I'm about to say thank you for helping one person. You see, this is not how countries work. If there is sincerity of purpose, you will see it. This man has so many faults, and this country is just sitting on faulted lines. There are so many things we need to sit down and discuss and iron out, and this is one of them. But you see, when a man refuses to do what is right by the people, you begin to wonder what is the aim of his decision. Why would Buhari sign something that was put together by the National Assembly? Why? You should ask me. If you tell us why. Why is he doing things for his own particular interest or for interest of his party? What is his vested interest on this election? What's it called? The amendments not passing through. Why? Why would somebody see something that is good for the people, that is good for posterity's sake, and not do it? Why? You see, there's so many questions, there's so many whys, so many things that are wrong in this. The only thing that's good about Buhari is that he's stubborn and he can face the international world and disobey. And this is what we need as a Nigerian president with this much population backing you. We want you to be audacious. That's the only thing I can take from Buhari. Every other thing is just ethnic and tribal and selfish. There's no reason why he shouldn't sign that paper.
Electoral bill.
Other than that electoral bill, other than that he wants to rig it for Tinubu.
Oh, the Senate, of course, they're in a closed session now. They have the powers to veto it by a 2/3 majority. But then, of course,
I like that you like to give them the
hell will freeze over before that happens.
Yeah, I like that you like to give them the credit, but that credit is on you. This Senate is the weakest. The House of Assembly now is the weakest ever in the history of Nigeria, and there is possible fears that they are rubber stamp. So they will not. I predict that they will not. If they do,
no, they will not. Of course, I made that one now.
Yeah.
It's a yes man.
Yes, exactly. So you can see the quagmire we're in. That is why some people say the only solution to Nigeria's problem is a revolution, because we seem not to be evolving. We cannot evolve as normal human beings. There is a direct decision by these people. I've forgotten the word. to retrogress us, not to move forward.
Correlation.
You understand? Yes, just not to move forward. We just refuse. And this House of Assembly, when they make laws, the international community accepts that the people of Nigeria have spoken. Tell me how this correlates to Nigeria. Just tell me how.
No,
I don't understand.
Buhari rules essentially like an emperor because all of the
Yes,
structures of checks and balance, he's either bullied them out, bought them off, intimidated
yes,
them. The only check
and
we
that's my
had
problem.
was Bukola Saraki. They got him completely out of the Senate,
Mm-hmm.
So that was the
And
only
he came
check
back
we
brutal.
had, So
Came back brutal.
it's just a free for all now. It's just pretty much, he's
Yes,
ruling
yes,
like an emperor.
yes. And this is the country. This is the person you want me to thank for giving, granting airpeace some slot. I
No,
mean,
that
it
was
is
a,
not.
that was a well done story. So
But I will not do
you
it.
you
I
you
will
did
not do
not
it.
you did not have the magnanimity to you say you should have been magnanimous there. I gave you the
No, no,
window
no. I won't.
to be
I
the
won't
bigger
because
man.
this is the country. This country. No, no, no. This country is our country, and by virtue of it being our country,
What do you mean your country?
nobody.
Nigeria
It's
is your
my
country
country.
now. When did it become
What
your
are you saying?
country?
No,
Are
it's
you
our
not a
country by
Biafran?
virtue of where we stand, where we are today. It's our country.
So you are no
I'm
longer a
as a Nigerian.
Biafran.
I deserve. No, no, don't put it that way. I've
Okay.
never told you that I'm not a Biafran. What I'm saying, by virtue of what we are today, it is our country,
Right.
which means anything that the country should give to us, we should take it because it's our country. Do you know how
What
much we
about
have
what you
paid?
can give to the country? What can you give to the country?
The man has done what he should do for the country, which is building an airline, a viable airline that employs thousands of people. What are you
Huh?
saying? You know how people go home with salaries every month from that man?
Lone Ranger, Lone Ranger. One guy
Just from his brain.
does have okay.
No, no,
What do
no,
you
no.
mean just for his gain? He created an
Let me
airline. He created
let me
an
tell you something.
that's not a brain. That's just a
No, I
decision to
will tell
run
you
a
something.
business.
I will tell
What's
you
the
something.
brain?
I will
What's
tell
the
you
brain
something.
work there?
Let me tell you something. This is not the only man that is suffering. Do you know there's one man called Veto that was doing cement? He was literally railroaded out of that business because of Dangote. Do you know there's a man that is doing tomato pastry, Erisco, that is currently suffering all his employees, even the farms are in Nigeria. But the government is not paying attention to his business, to their land, to their fleet.
What
There's
attention should
several
they be
others.
paying? Is a private
There's several.
entrepreneur.
That's what I'm saying. The government should be giving them soft landing because these people they are employers of labor. That's what I'm telling you. In every country, I told you this before. In every country, any same country, tax runs the economy, the government.
All
Not
right.
free money, not oil money. You know.
All right. But most countries are run by resources. I've explained this to you before. There's very
There's
few
no
countries.
resource better.
Huh?
There's no resource greater than human resources. Do you know
Yes,
that?
but most countries in the world are run by resources, not tax resources.
Okay, I respect this.
Yeah. The whole of the
Okay.
Middle East is run by resources.
Okay. Well, if you say so, but I tell
Is it
you,
not
for
so?
a
What
Bible,
is it taxpayers that are running Saudi Arabia or Qatar
is
or Abu Dhabi? It's resources now. Uh-huh.
my brother, is Saudi Arabia the best example of a country that you can mention? We're talking about if you want to talk about countries that are well managed, go to Scandinavia. These are
Yeah,
countries that are
go to
well managed.
Scandinavia. They're run by oil and fishing, not
No,
tax. Oil and fishing.
which
That's
ones?
what
Which Scandinavian country is run by oil?
Iceland, Norway. These are oil-rich countries. These are fishing countries. These are gas countries. Scotland run by oil.
Man, oil is just an
Yes.
added advantage there. No, like I told you, go and research it. Research it for once. Norway is saving up all its oil money.
Look at that.
I'm telling you this.
It's saving it
No,
up.
no,
Can I
you have to
interject,
do that
please?
research.
Come in
Do
here.
that research.
Yeah, one man, just the
Yes.
resources are not enough, my dear. It's a combination of the resources and the human resource as well to utilize those materials. Yeah. Yes or no?
SCMs build a nation, not
You
resources.
agree? One man is the question to you, my dear.
I don't agree essentially because a lot of
So
nations
who is going to manage resources? What brains are going to manage resources to yield profit?
You use them, but
don't soliloquize. Don't soliloquize. Don't do. Just answer me. Who is going to manage those resources? I'm asking you. There are resources, of course, but humans with big brains would have to make good use of those resources to progress their country. Yes or no?
Yeah, well, yes, somewhat.
That's it. Not somewhat. That's it. I rest my case.
Do you know how many? Do you know how many more? Do you know how many other industries are built under this resource?
Don't worry about that. The resources drives the economy. It's not unique or peculiar to Nigeria.
When we tell you that the Igbo man is the essence of Nigeria.
The what?
By virtue of his, an Igbo man is the Nigeria you talk about.
Yeah, no, the Igbo man is a trader. It's a buy and sell guy. It's a trader now.
When you say buy and sell,
we've all been to Alaba markets. Don't worry about that.
No.
One man, please. Don't talk anyhow.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not giving the Igbo man.
What about X0? Why am I the only one getting the warning? Why is X0 not getting the warning?
I'm not warning X0 because you are the moderator. He's making his point, but don't marginalize his
Is he not the one marginalizing? She's saying Igbo all the time.
No, you are the one rationalizing. Try to ration his brain. Tackle him like you're playing soccer Maradona with your brain.
I'm telling you, he's fond of doing that. He's playing the devil's advocate while he knows the truth. An Igbo man has set up an automobile company here in this country, but the government has never for once mentioned that company in good light. They've never for once say, okay, this is a company indigenous. Let us see how we can make metals for them. So it's
there you are.
Yeah, it's funny how this.
Did you see what Alexander said? It says X0, the airline earpiece in question was masterminded by a Yoruba man. Go listen to its CEO interview on the emergence of this laudable country.
Can I interject, please?
So there you are.
Can I interject?
The Yoruba man is always the brain behind everything.
Can I interject? You should call your platform Yoruba Only Brain Platform, because after Nigeria, don't start now. Nigeria is blessed by big brains from different ethnicities, but propagating a kind of ideology that one certain ethnicity has a superior brain over others.
Is that not what X0 was doing just now? How come you have been on?
He was explaining something.
Hold on.
He was explaining. You didn't let him land.
You have been unfair. You have been unfair, Bia.
I'm not being unfair. Once you hear Igbo, you just jump out of your chair.
You let him get away with it, but then
no, he hasn't finished now. One man. He hasn't finished. The person I'm even talking to now is Alexander.
Tell him off too.
I'm telling Alexander off, not just
you. What about X0? Are you not going to tell him off?
I'm not doing anything wrong here.
Nigeria is not for Igbo alone. It's for every 1 minute, please. 1 minute.
Partiality.
No, let me speak the truth now. Nigeria is not just for Igbo. It's for Yorubas, for Hausas, Fulanis, the Ijos, the Shekuris. All of us are equal, and our brains matter. It matters. So you can't say Alexander. You can't say Yoruba man started that. After all, he didn't fortify that idea. So I disagree with you there. I don't please. I don't want a platform that pushes the ideology of a supremacist ideology of a particular group.
Agenda.
Are you hearing that, X0 and V?
This group should be This platform. We should be together for growth. We should be together, support each other for growth.
Are you hearing
because
that?
No ethnicity is perfect in their ideology. There may be some things that that Yorubas are very good at, Igbos are not good at, or Hausas are not good. So we just work as a team. If you guys want Nigeria to work, we need each other. Yeah. No one ethnicity can do it all, and no one ethnicity is better than the other. We're all equal. So Alexander, please withdraw that. Thank you.
What I would like to suggest to one man is this: one man, you are moderating, But you have to create a balance, not being biased.
Hey, look at this guy.
When it comes to Yoruba, when it comes to you are the moderator. When it comes to Yoruba, it's perfect. When it comes to Hausa, oh no. When it comes to Igbo, oh those trade and buy and sell stuff, you commonize them. That is not fair.
It's not a thing of shame. It's a laudable thing. The Igbos are entrepreneurs. If you go to Abakaliki, they have this culture. They call it bend
that
down.
Is not
bend
true.
down,
I'm
bend
not
down,
an entrepreneur, am I?
bend down,
That's
bend
a lie.
down.
That's not true.
You are an entrepreneur. You're a business runner.
Oh my God, one man, stop.
But bend down peak. They have this bend down peak business that they do.
You see where you're going.
There's something you don't know, or you don't know. Maybe
second-hand clothes.
Maybe when you look at your videos again, like I told you before, I've told you many times. When you go back and look at the videos, maybe you start adjusting the way you make your comments. If you want to express words like entrepreneur, you say trader, buying and selling. Look, let me tell you the Igbos in Nnewi or in Aba. I'm coming to you. I'm coming.
Harrods.
When you go to do you know that virtually everything is being manufactured in Igbo land? Do you know that virtually everything is being manufactured or fabricated?
Yeah, we know now.
Virtually everything.
Yes, Okrika made. We know.
Yeah, do you know that? Do you know if you know?
At least we are not selling pomo. We're not selling pomo at Ajegule, and we're not using kettles to wash our bomb after poopoo.
So just stop that. That's the problem.
Stop that one, man.
You see, that's where the problem is. When we want to say something, I'm not saying it to disparage the Yoruba. Of course, the Yoruba have their good side, but I'm speaking from a perspective coming from the perspective of the Igbo man being marginalized in this country. That's where I'm coming from. I'm not coming from a perspective of let's now segment everybody into what they are. I'm not trying to be a supremacist. I'm trying to rather speak from the background of Nigerians, Igbos specifically being marginalized in this country, especially under Buhari administration. We must highlight that now the Igbos themselves are the true essence of Nigeria. So you cannot be marginalizing Nigeria.
Not only Igbos.
No, I'm not saying
when I say everybody. Okay. When I say everybody, I include you. Did you just see? You didn't break stride. You didn't even pause for breath in that sequence of speech. You say everything that we mustn't marginalize, and then you went on to say we must acknowledge that the Igbos are the best at everything in Nigeria. You just contradicted in just a sequence of speech. One sentence, the total polar opposite of the other.
Maybe you're misunderstanding me. Maybe you're misunderstanding my language. What I'm trying to explain to you is that the Igbo man. Please now, just understand me. What I'm trying to explain to you is that the Igbo man is what you call Nigeria by virtue of his moving everywhere. He's in the Yoruba land. He's in the Hausa land. He's in the Ijaw land.
Now it's hustling. But if you go to trade, it's a hustler.
One man will tell you because they don't have land. That's why they are there.
They have land.
I don't understand.
They have land.
Okay, if you even go abroad, the Igbo man is the Nigerian economy abroad, because when you talk of flights coming in and out, 70% is in the Igbos.
Hustlers. We know they are hustlers.
Oh, so you have to pin it to hustling. You don't have to see the advantage in that. The foreign exchange we are talking about, Nigeria is
it's good. It's good. That's entrepreneurship. That's lateral thinking.
I don't like the way you guys are playing ethnic bigotry here. Even Xero and one man.
It's
not fair. We're all one. There are bright every ethnicity in Nigeria. They need to survive. They need to make it. They need to shine. So let's support one another. Let's stop pointing finger and competing on the negative
I just have to
way.
go and take care of my cattle.
Nice.
Okay.
All right. So let me just acknowledge some of BSR fan club who are just delighted in so this is Jaja. I so much love my sister Bia. She can articulate herself so brilliantly. Proud Edo man. So there you are. Even the mighty Ayo is agreeing with you. I agree with Bia 100%. No need for ethnic supremacy, says the Yoruba supremacist Ayo. But then so let me move you on then. Let me move you on to Buratai now. Identifying the problem with Nigeria and narrowing it down to insecurity. Conveniently forgetting, of course, that he was in charge of security for 5 years. So what are you making of this double talk by the...
that's you have just answered. You have just answered it, you know. I don't like it at all when people are put on a mantle of leadership. They step down from that mantle of leadership, doing nothing, instead worsening insecurity. And then sitting in Cotonou and telling us the problem with Nigeria is insecurity. That man should shut up. He's a collaborator under his time as the head of the security. A lot of people were killed summarily. The Boko Haram took Nigerian military wares and all that, and he's now coming to tell us crap. All he's telling us now is crap. We don't want to listen to Buratai. He has killed. He's a criminal. He has killed Nigerians. Period. We don't want to listen to him. It's so annoying when I hear people like this after serving Nigeria, under which the period which they're supposed to make changes, supposed to nip this problem in the bud. They didn't. And they sit down, he has the guts. He has the guts.
It would have been interesting if he was able to go and say that in New York, because we want to see him travel to a Western country and then see if they will effect his arrest for crimes against humanity.
Isn't that why they made him an ambassador, so that he will not be arrested?
Look at this guy.
These people are playing on our intelligence. You know? So it's annoying when I see people like this coming out after wasting away, stealing money. This guy stole Nigeria blind when they made budget for the military. He has been doing this even before he was made the chief of army staff, or what was that his position? He was in charge of the budget. I learned. So who was Buratai? We don't want to listen to Buratai, especially after the Lekki massacre. He wants to tell us that he doesn't have a hand in it.
It's just the hypocrisy, you know. I was going to go to Alexander, but he left us. It's just the hypocrisy. But, you know, you in charge of security for 5 years, and then you come out to tell us that the problem is insecurity. Well, we knew.
Yeah.
And we asked you to do something about it. You know, that's. Did they not get a memo? Did they not get a briefing? Did they not read his job description to end insecurity? We gave you 5 years, and you're coming back to tell us the problem is insecurity. What was your job? Just a total nonsense.
Total rubbish, you know?
This is
the problem we're talking about.
Ridiculous.
Yes. Okay. Let's leave X0 to carry on with his rice and chicken, which is his usual lunch for... is it rice and chicken again?
As usual, with banana.
When I tell you, you have to go and get yourself a madam, you know. You don't sound like... Do you have a madam? Do you have a madam? You see, I know you don't have a madam, because that's a bachelor lunch right there. Go and get yourself a madam.
One man, I disagree. I think you guys should teach your boys how to cook, so that they don't go and get any woman because of food. And then they will not fall in love.
No. African men don't.
Before you know it, they end up with 10 children, and before you know it, they'll not find love. So no more food.
Hey, African men, unless the one that is lazy, unless what must say, unless African man always go to the kitchen. Me, I cook my food.
My nephew does. My nephew does. I'm teaching him how to cook. He's here now studying.
No. Don't teach him how to cook.
I bought him a pressure cooker, and I teach him how to cook a goosey soup via the video, and he's doing well. Yeah, I told him don't go and get a woman because of
you want to Bobrisky him. Don't Bobrisky the boy.
No, I just want him. One man, I want him to eat
that one
healthy.
is different from Bobrisky.
I want him to eat healthy. You know, when you're at uni, a lot of chicken.
Then he should go and get himself a good girl. Yeah, then he will eat healthy.
At what age? He's just 17. One man.
Don't worry.
He's a young man.
Look at that. You'll be surprised. Let me not go there. Let me not go there, because Bia will start. But let me. So thank you, X0. Let's go on X0 to Vin. Will I get a say, Baba, from you, Vin? Because we have to acknowledge good doing if good has been done. Good has been done. So you can start off with say, Baba, and then qualify that.
Dabi, in Ghana here, I will tell you Dabi. No. You see, for me, like I made my point already, what you need is strong policies. You don't need strong men. Strong men will come and go. If you look at when he was elected as the president, 2015, people were saying, hey, this man is coming to do this man is coming to do this. That's the strong man, the general. Tinubu said when France did this and did that, Charles de Gaulle came there. When UK did this, Oliver Cromwell came in there. When these people did it, you see, these were strong men. And when he came in, there was electricity all over Nigeria, but all of a sudden the electricity vanished. There was no light anymore in Nigeria. And that is where it is now. So what I am saying is this: if you have strong structures on the ground, you don't need, nobody will tell you to queue on the street or over, to queue, to stand behind the traffic. Nobody will tell you to do that. You will do it, because if you refuse to do it, the law will take a course against you. So that is my own problem. Nigeria don't need strong man. You need good structure, strong and vibrant structure that will whip everybody into line. And when things are happening, then you see them happening. That is my position on that one, bro.
All right. And Buhari refusing to sign the electoral bill. What are you making
Very
of
bad.
that?
We had, I think there was a time we had this discussion here. I told you that my fear is if this man will sign it, and it has come to it. You see, the one of the best thing that this man would do, then I would say Baba, is when he signed this electoral bill. But I think with the way things are going now, it is not tenable. Look, I want to use, permit me, I'm seeking your indulgence now to use Ghana as an example.
Look at that.
You see, no, please. I'm going somewhere.
Is this Ashante Kotoko again, Abi? Ashante Kotoko. Oh, yeah.
One man, please. Let me do. There's something. So I'm learning from you, and everybody is learning from each other. You see, there is what we do here in Ghana. We have what we call our electoral system here. This is how it works. People do convention and people elect people that are going to elect. So this is what we do. Our electoral reforms is so, I'm not telling you that it's perfect, but we have observed it and made use of it, and it is working for us.
That is what we do as well. That is indirect primaries, but that is not democratic. What you just described is indirect primaries.
No, you see, what we do here
is a delegate system.
What we do here, the convention elect their people, but we, the ordinary people, elect who that is going to, sit for us, because you are answerable to. I gave you a video today. What happened at the parliament? This is what our opposition do for us. They kick against every draconian policy or levy or tax they impose on us. They kick against it. In fact, they can enter into fisticuffs with their fellow parliamentarians, and that's what is happening. And as I'm speaking to you now, the budget this present government brought now is in jeopardy. That's what is happening now, because we don't want to. We voted you to come and make life easier for us. If we cannot make it total easier for us, just make it manageable for us. Don't come and give us very horrible and draconian, leadership and levies to pay. And that's why we say, no, we cannot do it. And that is what is going on there now. But if it is in Nigeria, it's a rubber stamp, especially this particular Senate you have there. Anything that comes, whether it be excreta or whether it be urine or whatever they bring, it goes. Everything will pass. They will pass it. That is not how it is done.
You see, the problem with the Nigerian system, especially the Buhari space, is that he doesn't understand that what he's doing, it doesn't actually serve anybody. It doesn't serve the Fulanis. If he thinks it does, it doesn't. It doesn't serve his religion. If he thinks it does, it doesn't. It doesn't serve anything except just a pecuniary interest of a select few. The Fulanis do not gain from a system that is not fit for purpose. If we had a balanced system, everybody benefits. We create a country where everybody knows that this is how the country runs.
Exactly.
And then within that structure, you can then plan and project to the future. But if you're just weighing one way, weighing the other way, trying to force what is untenable on the space, you're just holding situation until something better happens.
Exactly, and it's going to boomerang.
It's just a nonsense. It's a total waste of time, the whole 8 years of this
and money and the national resources. You see, the last election we had here, you just go in there, my brother, as if you are walking into your kitchen and go home. That is what we do. Or you just as if you are going to church.
You see, this electoral bill that Buhari is refusing to sign is not going to end there, because what is going to happen is in 2023 we'll have another completely failed election which
Exactly.
will agitate people more, and people will continue to push for a better election. So all of these things that he has
I
not
was going
done,
there.
yeah, it's just holding it for somebody else to tackle in the future, because it is not something that people will forget about, because
At
we will not
all.
continue to exist in a failed system. So it's just wasted all these 8 years. It's not done
Honestly,
anything, just a total nonsense.
I would
Vin,
tell us here.
Vin,
I would tell us.
let me, hello, Vin.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Let me tell you something. Do you think that there's going to be an election in 2023?
Of course.
With no, you see,
Don't worry.
you know,
When the time
Nigerians are.
comes, one man
No,
you will
I'm
tell
telling.
me that I say so.
Don't worry, it's only 14 months away. You know, the elections are only 14
Don't
months
worry.
away.
You see,
14
you
months.
Don't worry.
you
What will
can
happen in
easily.
They
14
must
months?
restructure
That's not
Nigeria before talking
forget,
about
or
election.
they will restructure it in 14 months, in a year. They will
Don't worry.
restructure what they have not done in 70 years. They will do it in
They will
Don't
not do it in
worry.
14 months. You
Don't
see,
worry
you
about
see,
that.
you see, my brother. There is something I would like to tell you. There are vested interests and big guys in higher places that wants Nigeria to continue as it is. That is why they are kicking against this electoral reform. If you listen to when this thing came out, it was the governors. The governors, they know, those that are very close to the grassroots. They were the people campaigning against the refusal of the signing of this electoral bill. If you cannot sign this electoral bill, it means that you are just going there just to do. It's a nonsense. It makes nonsense of the election that you are going to do, because that election does not count. What you vote, your vote does not count. Over here, when we look at Nigeria do the election, they will say, oh, the election doesn't count. And these are the reasons why your election cannot count. People are results are manipulated and manufactured, fabricated, and thrown at you. Someone that doesn't supposed to be there through this, problematic electionary system will just go in there and begin to do whatever they want to do. That is the reason why you see what is happening to Nigeria the way it is.
Oh, all right, thank you, Vin. Vin, Alexander super chats and he speaks to you. He says, Vin, Charlie, why are you using /gar words on the stream? Mbe nice nam pa o no lo. So whatever that means, hopefully it's hopefully it's complimentary, and I'm sure it is. Yes, it says it says, why are you speaking koton on the something, so there you are. Thank you for the. It's like, go on.
Alexander Gomez, thank you so much. I will look at the test letter.
All right. So finally, briefly on this, Vin, what was the third story? Buratai speaking that the problem of Nigeria is insecurity.
One more, let me ask you. I got the drift. I got the drift. Who made him a general?
It was his daddy now, Buhari.
You see, I do not know. During my own time in the 90s, I think he's a class of 80s thereabout. You see, during my time, these people cannot lead me in the war front. I would take their badge from them and lead the war. You see, you were there. For over 5 years, you were there. These things were staring on your face. You did not do anything. Rather, you created more problems for the common man in Nigeria. Do you know who I feel for? Are those mothers and the women, the children, and the elderlies that are bearing the brunt of the inefficiencies and the cluelessness of these so-called leaders and appointee holders. These are the people that I have problems with, because their actions and inactions has caused a lot of mayhem, untold, hardship on the innocent people. You were there for 5 years as a military general, a chief of army staff, commanding almost the whole Nigerian military army, the segment, the army formation. You didn't do anything. You are an infantryman. You have the opportunity and the resources that were given to you, no matter how big or small it was. You did not utilize them to curb the insecurity in Nigeria. You were removed and appointed an ambassador. Today, it's dawned on you that insecurity. When has this man become an advocate against corruption? Is it not the same man they asked him how he made his billion and he said he was selling python egg and so on and so forth?
Yes.
Is it not the same man?
He bought some houses in Dubai and they asked him and he said he took a loan or something.
You are selling python, snake and so on and so forth. Who is he now to come and tell us about corruption? Who is he? What moral does he to come and tell us about corruption and insecurity? He was there, he couldn't do anything. That is why I wonder, anytime I come here, I look at these people, many uniform, I wonder if that was in fact, the same, military I said in, many years ago. I am pissed off. I don't know what to say.
All right, thank you, Vin. We all share your frustration. So thank you, Vin. So let's go on to Dan. Dan, are you going to say Baba for the victory that the aviation minister scored on behalf of the Eastern Quarters? So say Baba.
Yeah, he deserves it, seriously.
Well, there you are. So we got one at last.
Yeah, I really appreciate that.
To that space then, your thoughts,
Yeah, I really appreciate, although this is a private business, but I love the way they fight it. And at the end of it, they get what they want, because the whole world, I think most of the countries believe that Nigeria are so corrupt that everything they want, they always get it, even maybe when they are, at least if they are having problem with Nigeria will always succumb to their demand. So for Nigeria to take this decision, they never succumb, and at the end of it, Dubai succumb to their way. I really give this government kudos for this, and they really try. Minister of Aviation, he really did a fantastic job, and I really appreciate the way he handled everything.
Well done, Dan. So say Baba at last. So from say Baba, but maybe not in this instance, Buhari refuses to sign the electoral bill. So go on, carry on rigging, essentially, from the Fulani man.
Yeah. Like for me, seriously, I know Buhari will never sign this thing. Even when I listen to this son, Mike Ozohome, my uncle, when he was saying, I think in a Rise Sunday program, he said he swear. He even said that Buhari will not sign it. He want this government to make it. They should prove it wrong, and really, they never prove it wrong. And he said everything that the Buhari will never. Hello.
I'm here. I'm listening. We're here.
Go ahead. We're hearing you.
Okay, so he said this to I think Abati, Dr. Abati. He said that Buhari will never sign this electoral bill, because why? He know that Buhari will never sign it, and really, I think Buhari never did, because I know that APC know that if they should do free and fair election, they will never even win even the local government that Buhari came at. These are the facts, because APC know that they really messed up and they will never win. So they just believe that the only option for them to remain in power is to rig the election. And what I'm seeing now is that even we are complaining 2019 was is rough. I think 2023 is going to be, is going to be more brutal, because APC will call with every mist, with military, with police, with everything, with civil defense, everything to just rig this election so that they should remain in power.
All right. Thank you, Dan. And to Buratai suddenly having an epiphany that insecurity is a problem with Nigeria. It's a pity then that he didn't come to this realization when he was in a position to do something about it.
What I see here is that Buratai, I don't look. Is it a Percy? Is it a? I look this man like a animal. I don't like even commenting on his program, anything that he said, because this man, there is one adage that Gaddafi, when he was alive, always say, He said Nigeria always produce baby generals. I think he's right, because I just imagine all the Nigeria even went to Buhari, Obasanjo, and Babangida. They never have they ever fight any war? If not the civil war, they are always proud with. Even civil war, this Biafra war that they fight with, you are fighting with your own fellow brothers and sisters, and you are fighting with kids, and you are telling me that you are fighting and you deserve general. They never go to any war, so they don't even. For me, they don't want to be a general. For me, all Nigeria, all Nigerian military, they don't even want to be called generals. For me, but this one is left aside. Let me go back to Vin. I have something to say about with Vin before, but I just keep it because when I want to use my platform, then I will talk to Vin. Vin, what are we are hearing in Ghana all the time against Nigeria? It's not really encouraging. I don't like it, although I think it's right. It's high time that Nigeria government to put Ghana where they belong right now. For me, I'm not having any issue with Ghana, but I don't know why when Nigeria want to. That's why even when I want to travel from here to Nigeria now, I don't think I will use Ghana. What am I going to do there? Because they are extorting people money, and a lot of things is going on that I don't like. There is one news that Arise News brought out. A lady said they test them in COVID. They have negative twice. Still, they put them in the hotel. They charge them $1,000 for what?
It's criminal. We covered that here as well, Dan. What they are doing to Nigerians in Ghana is criminal. So if you think that lady they charged her $1,000, that is the money that she's using to travel. And you know when people are traveling, they budget their money almost to the last dollar. So that money, that $1,000 that Ghana stole from that lady now, it completely almost destroys whatever it is that she's intending to do. This gangsterism of the Ghanaians, it must stop. Or,
There is a
should we just
there is
go
a
and
lady.
colonize the country? I've always said we should go and colonize the
This is
country.
Of course, this is what I believe right now, because if you see it right now, there is one of my friend, a lady from Italy, traveled to Ghana. Although I don't want to say something. You know that sometimes when you have like when the Italy give you like document, if you want to, you don't need to go to your country. You just need to go to neighboring country. I don't want to, you know exactly what I'm saying
Well, I
because we
don't,
are a
but carry
platform.
on.
You understand? You
Yeah.
understand? So you need to go to neighboring countries. So he just choose, okay, since they ask him to go to neighboring country, he prefer to, because Ghana speak English and we are neighbor. He prefer to go to Ghana. He said when he was coming back, even the yam that he bought, they charging just a little something. They charging too much
When the
money.
Ghanaians, when the Ghanaians see Nigerians, do you know what they really see?
No,
They see dollar signs. They see dollar when they see a Nigerian. When they see the green passport, what they see is dollar signs, and they would take they would they would take to the last penny. They will take it from you. Otherwise, they will make your life hell. This is it.
but
This must stop.
but we are saying we want to unite Africa together. We want to be a great nation. Let's Africa to unite together. Is it this way we're going to unite Africa together? I don't see this anything. Now they say Ghana is going to be, I think 2021, they launch free Africa free trade in Ghana. And Ghana said they host it in Ghana. Now, they are having the same problem. And you are telling them maybe if Nigeria want to buy something in Ghana, should you go to Ghana to go and buy something, because why? When you know that when he went there, maybe something like they will extract the money from him, and at the end of it, and so maybe they might steal the money from him or her. This thing
Yeah,
is not really helping issue.
even all the narratives of the Nigerian businessmen that are doing their business in Ghana, they will go and target their shop, they will lock it up, they will make up rules and extort money from them. Even their laws, they have laws specifically geared towards Nigerians. is an apartheid system against Nigerians in Ghana.
Exactly.
So Kofi
I
and
think Ghana
Kwesi,
is
we are watching you.
Ghana is even more deadlier than South Africa that practices xenophobia. This is what I'm saying, because if Ghana can do this to Nigeria, I don't know what is really annoying about Nigeria. Is it because of Ghana must go or what?
It's jealousy because we are better than them. This is it. You know when somebody is better than you, you are always envious and resentful.
Let me tell you something. With corruption, with everything, they set Nigeria in 50 years' time. Ghana economy will never up to Nigeria economy.
Ghana's economy is not up to Lagos State economy. Never mind Nigeria.
So even when they say Nigeria should not do anything, they will just stay stable. They will never. Why is it that this envy, when Ghana see Nigeria, they feel threatened? I don't understand. What is it? Where this mindset came from? I don't really understand.
I think it comes from
the thing
Ghana
is really pissed me off whenever I listen to those kind of news.
You know what the issue with them in Ghana is, they have ideas beyond their station. You know, when you aspire to something but your capacity cannot reach it, and then you are in that space of flux. So they are in a space of flux. These are Adwa type people, So you will never be a Nigerian. We are Nigerians are not even. Nigerians are not Africans. Nigerians are global citizens. We are not really Africans, but Ghanaians, they are Africans. All the Sierra Leone, Togo, Cameroons, they are Africans. We are global people. We are not Africans, so they are Africans. So that is what their issue is. But Adan, thank you. We've all been monitoring it, this resentfulness and this bile that we're getting from Ghana.
But the thing is that
what is that? What is that?
You went away now. Dan was already, but
I'm sorry about that. I just stepped out.
You have to go and listen back, because Dan is not happy with the Ghanaians as all Nigerians.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what I could have apologized on my behalf.
No, it's not the apology. It's the stopping it. They're extorting us. When you see the green passport, you see dollar signs, and you traumatize.
Yeah, I saw it.
Yeah,
I saw it. I saw the Ghanaian one, a doctor in a hotel. I was aggrieved, and I saw the one in Togo too. I was very I felt bad about it, and I believe I would tell the Nigerian high commissioners to take it up and find a solid, a way to close this rascality from my.
How can the high commissioners take it up when you are even going to bulldoze our high commission in Ghana? Are you not bulldozing our high?
I want to say something. Can I interject, one man?
Come in, Bia. I was coming to you. Yeah, Bia, come in.
I think there is this sort of a negative vibe between Nigerians and Ghanaians. I don't know why. Whilst I met some Ghanaian somewhere at work, and the way she even treated me is like, oh, as soon as I told her I was Nigerian, this. I said, but we are all supposed to be Africans in this foreign land. We should work together, not, you're basing whatever on the sins of the forefathers and whatever.
Inferiority complex. It is inferiority complex.
To the extent she nearly wanted to, because she felt she was higher. She was trying to punish me. I now said, look, I now showed her my Niger. Said, I'm Nigerian. No, you can't try that. I was even here before you, regardless of your position. No. So back one side. But I believe, for me, I think Nigeria should retaliate. That's the only way.
Yeah. Of course.
I know. I think we should
you are 100% right.
I really do think we should go and colonize
exactly.
that.
This is what I always.
I think we should do it double. We should retaliate.
No, it's too much now. These things.
You see, I want Nigeria to win. Listen, I want Nigeria to wield the big stick against anything my country here, Ghana, do or must have done against
to your half
any
brethren.
Yes, because they are my uncles and my
let us
aunties.
crumble their economy and set them back some maybe
I
10
know.
years first.
I want that
and
is
if
what
they
I
don't learn,
want
then
that
20.
bitter lesson. Look, my man. I am not in support of it. When I traveled out in many ways during the military and so on, but I have witnessed Africans. I do not know, especially my people here. When they go out, they see an African outside there, maybe let's say Nigerian, they behave as if that you see that kind of, if not because they are black too, you would just feel that supremacy and racist in them. Even here, no Nigerian that does, even those that are doing legitimate business here, encouraging these people, doing all kinds of things in Ghana here, are even being, treated the same way they would treat, let's say, a common criminal. That just stereotype is what they are doing here, and I am against it. I want Nigeria to take a decisive action against I want them to wield the big stick on them.
Yes.
I beg you.
All right, but people are starting to tire of it. We're starting to tire of what we're hearing from Ghana.
One man, please excuse me.
Yeah,
if you look at the whole issue right now, you will know that because Ghana take advantage of this Buhari government is a coward. That's why they are doing this.
Just a second, bro. Just a second, bro. Just a second. You see, I congratulated the lady. You see, the lady that took that video shots. In fact, if I should know where she is, I will go and even shake her hand. She really did well. If not that video in that hotel, that evil, that doctor was perpetrating on Nigerians. If not that video, I don't think we will see it. It will just go, right on the ground, under the ground.
All right, thank you. For reasons of time, let's go on to Bia. And Bia, surely you will kick off with Say Baba as the Buhari administration scores a victory for air peace and gets them even more than the back and forth. So Nigeria throws her weight and the Arabs are shaking. Bia.
Are you sure the Arabs are shaking or they're just being freakish?
No, we crumbled them. We brought them to their knees now.
I don't think so, because those people, they are very cunning. There's something. I just believe that in these inter-country relationship is about give and take. So one will give way, and there's going to be a balance somewhere. So it's a win-win for both, because without them, we will not do business with them. You understand what I mean? So I'm not going to jubilate. I just want the world to work for the poor masses wherever they come from. I'm sure there are poor people in the other side of the country. So I won't say Baba, well done. It's his job. Is he not going to get paid? Is he not getting paid? So if someone has done his job, would you go and say, well done? Well,
no,
I won't say. I won't say Baba. I won't say Baba. I want him to do more, because this issue is not the only problem thwarting Nigeria's economy. We've got other issues that are making us get attacked internationally. Imagine, look at what Ghana is doing to us. Not just Ghana, go to even Kenyans. Imagine the way I see Kenyans. All Africans, when they see Nigerians, they are very disrespectful. Oh, Nigerians are loud, Nigerians are this, but we're supposed to be one Africa. How is there going to be Pan-Africanism or whatever? So we should, try to beautify our country. They say charity begins at home, from one, village.
You know that the news that all of Africa follows is the Nigerian news, because they look to Nigeria to set the direction. And the way we treat ourselves is what they're treating us like. When they hear how Nigerians are being treated by their government and within themselves, then they see that we place no value on ourselves. So why should they value us when we don't value ourselves?
They
follow all the Nigerian space. All Africans know more about Nigeria than we know about any of their little countries.
The thing there is, Nigeria is popular because of maybe the music, how far we are taking the movies, the entertainment industry. We're representing Africa, and they are following suit because I see other Africans as our brethren.
Yes.
Yeah, so I just believe that Africa should be one, but because of other Africans try to criminalize Nigerians beyond how Nigerians should be looked at, if you understand what I'm trying to say. Like these, all those 419 and stuff like that. It's not only Nigerians that do 419, but when you catch an African, because the Western won't know which one is specifically Nigerian, the person can easily claim, oh, I'm Nigerian. They even possibly may even get
fake
Nigerian passport.
Yes,
yes,
the Ghanaians do that a lot. Yes.
Yes. So they now want to label Nigeria in the world stage as scammers, whereas other African countries might even be the worst scammers. But I'm not trying to tag anyone. But all I'm trying to say is that if your brethren or your neighbor in Africa as a continent, because we're supposed to be one, is doing well, just work with them and find out, learn from them. We learn from each other and build the continent in a positive way, that we will not be disgracing ourselves in the public, because after all, when a black person commits a crime, we're all one. You can't tell any difference. So why should we, like that job, there were Western people amongst us, but the way the woman was behaving is like, I was trying to be respectful to her, like, okay, I've seen my own person as an African, regardless where you come from, but she was trying to act superior. But then when I put my foot down, she realized that this one is not good. I just told her, don't try shit with me. I'm a Nigerian, regardless. So we should be together, help each other to try for a better continent, Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Bia. And Bia, to the space of Buhari not signing the electoral bill, what do you have to say on that?
I'm not surprised. How do you expect him to sign the electoral bill when it's benefiting him and his cabals? They play the number game, which we believe is fake. It's not real. So they count the cows and the legs of their chicken and all that. So he wouldn't. I don't know. I won't. I'm not surprised that he didn't sign it, and I don't believe he will ever sign it, or anyone from that part of the Nigeria will sign it, to be honest.
All right, thank you, Bia. And Bia, is your yanga over now? Because all of your fan club, they've been harassing me in Instagram, accusing me of all sorts. So is your yanga over now? Are you going to be?
I'll be coming. I was very busy one man, now. I'm doing some stuff.
Busy doing what? Busy cutting Mohican. Eh?
No, I work 6 nights, I listen to you guys whilst at work, and I can't contribute because I will get sacked.
No,
so I'm just working to make sure that I do what I want to do to make my continent proud, I represent wherever I go.
Well done. You make us proud. So thank you, Bia. We seek to round off. Oh, sorry. We won't seek to round off. Let's just take a quick snapshot from Charlie Boy, and then we round up quickly. So Charlie Boy, to you, are you there, Charles? Look at that. It's doing young men stuff. So let's leave Charles to do young men stuff, and we'll reconvene for later on. Thank you, everyone. Xero, Vane, Charlie Boy, the mighty Dan, and of course the mighty Bia. So good to hear from you, gentlemen and lady. So we leave it there. Carry conversation and conversation here.
Thank you so much, and good afternoon from Ghana.
Ciao.
Yeah, ciao.